Hi everyone. In 2 Corinthians 9 we read of how the saints at Corinth are commended for their willingness and eagerness to give to the Lord's work in Jerusalem. Paul says he is sending Titus to them to encourage them to keep it up. In verse 6 to 7 Paul says, "Remember this, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Each of you should give what you've decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." I think the picture Paul gives in this passage is of a farmer sowing his field, not at random but with purpose. Does not scatter, he sows. Giving is not a contribution, it's an investment into the work of God. And so Paul gives 3 key principles of the harvest. Firstly, you will always reap what you sow. Jesus said in Luke 6:38, "Give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap. For the measure you use, it will be measured to you." Someone said tithing is a debt we owe. Giving is a seed we sow. No person was ever honored for what he or she received. Honor is the reward for what they gave. Secondly, you always reap more than you sow. 1 corn seed can produce a stalk with 2 or 3 ears having hundreds of grains of corn. Proverbs 11:24 gives us the unalterable principle of the harvest. One person gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. And then, lastly, you always reap later than you sow. Reaping never takes place at the same time as the sowing. It may take months or even years to see your harvest. Sowing calls for patience and faith in the principle of the harvest. The potential harvest of a seed never becomes known until it is placed in the ground and left to the work of faith. And so, as we close, won't you consider sowing your seed into Ransom today?